Hey Ramon, welcome to the Thought Miners podcast. Nils, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good myself, thank you for asking. This podcast is brought to you by the Squid Miners server. That's right, we play a Minecraft server and you're welcome to join us. We're playing the 1.7.10 mod pack and run the Squid Miners 1.7.10 mod pack server. Let's go on an epic adventure, take over the world with over 150 mods such as Throwable Expansion, Botania, Ender IO, Big Reactors, Magical Crops, Flight Energy 62, and much more. Come join us today. The IP and download will be in the description. Alright, Nils. Do we have a lot to talk about today?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So where are we starting?
Well, we're starting with you were saying how you have a lot of school stories you wanted to talk about.
School stories. Do I have to?
Yes, you have to.
All right. All right. I'll think of a couple. These are gonna be a couple from middle school. Middle school is probably the funniest and most awkward of times. All right.
I had a horrible middle school experience. I was not good during. So most of my stories hear me from high school because high school is probably the most fun that I've had in my life.
Middle school was not fun for me. It was not fun at all.
Oh.
But it's funny. You get to laugh at my mistakes. I'll start with this one. So it was my first day of 6th grade. I am 11 and maybe 12, and we get through half the day, and then it's time for PE. Now, I was not a physical boy.
You still aren't.
I'm still not, but I was pretty alright at basketball. Alright, so yeah, I wasn't that alright. I was tolerable or something. So so I don't really have any friends yet. I see some kids playing basketball. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's play some basketball. Let's try to make some friends. So I go up to the group. I'm like, hey, can I join you? And one of the kids, he comes up to me and says, "You think you can ball me up?"
What?
And I'm like, I thought it was some like slang.
Ball me up.
It sounded kind of gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm like, is there a right answer to that?
Ball me up. What is that? What does that mean?
I had never heard it. So I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty good at basketball or something. Oh man, it was awkward. I did not play well. I did not play well today. I was nervous. I was shaky. Needless to say, I did not make friends in that group. So
Yeah,
that was
I've always noticed that I never got along with like the sports side of things either. I am not a sports guy. I mean, I played. Let's see, I played tennis in elementary school for this club thing, and I played soccer for a little while. I think that's about it. And then I was in the swim team in high school. That's like some people will say it's not a sport, some people will. I don't know. It's really iffy for that. But yeah, I was never a sports fan. I'm not really a sports fan now too. So
yeah. I watched the World Cup occasionally, but that's about it.
I watched this time and last time I watched the World Cup. Not because I was into it, but more because my little brother's super into it. My little brother plays a lot of soccer himself, and he was super into it. So I watched it just so I can bet against his team.
That's great.
So what I do is I actually like follow it like completely, watch the whole thing. I don't watch every game, but I watch most games, and I see which team is like coming up, and which teams he's supporting, and I find the team that was like better against his team and hope that they win. And then whenever the actual final match comes around, I ask him what he's supporting, and I'm like, oh yeah, well then I hope this one wins instead.
At least one of you wins money every time.
Yeah, exactly. And for the last 2 times, I won. So.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's, like last one, he was so set on Argentina winning. Last one it was Germany versus Argentina for the final game. He was so set on Argentina. I was like, nope, Germany's gonna win. I have faith in my Germany. And Germany won. He was livid, man. He was so mad.
Oh my gosh. That's a good way to do it.
But going back to school stories, man, I used to I was not the social butterfly. I mean I was the social butterfly, but I was also like the anti-social butterfly in high school or middle school. Sorry. I this was one time I was trying to make friends with this kid, and I didn't exactly know what to say to him because he didn't seem like. He wasn't like a video game kind of kid, which I was super into video games, so that's all I talked about. But he wasn't a video game kid. I was in a shop class that he was in, and he wasn't like really interested in that. He didn't seem to be interested in a lot of things. But he did play one game, that was RuneScape, and I also played RuneScape for a long time. And that's the only thing we would talk about. I saw it one time. He was drawing a picture, like hand drawing a picture. And as opposed to non-hand drawing, and it was of RuneScape, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's RuneScape. I know what that is." And I was talking to him about that, and we hit off from that. And then I tried to get him to play other games, and he wasn't having it. And then he like got so into RuneScape, like we got so into RuneScape, like he used to invite me over to his house, and we would just sit there and play RuneScape all day and stuff like that. And I had him added as a friend, and then like after middle school ended, we stopped talking, like completely, like not even in the game or anything. We just stopped talking, and I noticed that after a while he had quit the game. It seemed because he was never online. Didn't seem like he was ever online whenever I was online, or when the times that he was usually online. So I'm like, oh whatever. He quit the game. I completely forgot about him. And then 6 years later, I log in after not playing for like 2 years. I log in, and I see him online, and I'm like, oh, look at that. Like, I remember you. So I messaged him, I'm like, hey, what's up, yada, yada, yada. And like, he didn't answer for a while, and I was just like, hey, are you there? Do you remember me? And he messaged back, and he's like, hey, yeah, something along the lines of, I'm about to sell this account for $600, and I'll never talk to you again. Bye. And I was like, wow. That's the like the shortest friendship that I had.
Did you say 600?
$600
for his account?
for a RuneScape account.
Wow.
Yeah, it blows my mind that people can make that much off these accounts. But I mean, I used to play Arcade, and people would sell their accounts for up to $1,000, $2,000,
Wow.
and people would buy it.
That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, you can make a mad amount of money playing video games.
Something like that. All right, that's a pretty good one. I got another one.
Though.
I got another good old middle school story. Are you ready for it?
Yeah. Before I do, did you do anything with the system? Because it's taking out a stack at a time now. For the ender chest.
What? Yeah, it's still gonna wait a stack.
Yeah, a stack at a time. I just put in like 10 stacks of redstone, and I just took it out one stack at a time.
That's weird.
Maybe because it's connected to. Oh. It's connected to that redstone pipe next to it.
Oh.
So you don't need, yeah, you don't need the engine. It's just connected to the redstone pipe, getting all its energy from that.
That's okay with me.
Let's test it. Let me grab some redstone out of here.
Yeah, it still works, so it must be it.
Yeah, back at the time. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's really cool. Wow. Huh, okay.
Alright, problem solved. But yeah, your story.
Okay, so I wasn't a very social kid in middle school at all. I didn't say much or anything.
You were the
Um,
loner kid.
what's that?
You were the loner kid.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I had a few friends, but for the most part, I was just pretty quiet in class and all that. So, I had this language arts teacher, and in this particular class, there were two other people with the name Nicholas.
Okay.
So she would mess with us. I swear she did it on purpose. She would say, Nicholas, why don't you answer the question?
Oh my god.
And we would all look at each other like, what? Which one of us is she talking to?
Oh my god. She knew.
Part of the reason, actually, a big part of the reason why I changed my name.
Yeah.
Um, so one day we're sitting in class and we're doing Shakespeare or something. Um, and we had two options. We could either do a Shakespeare project where we like analyze a book, like a book writing a bit of it or something,
Yeah.
or we could be in the play. And
No,
I'm
I don't
like,
want to do either one. I mean, you
I'm
can do
like,
book writing.
yeah, I'm like, oh, obviously I'll just do the report. But no, she comes up in the front of the class. She says, does anyone want to do this? No, no one really says anything. And then she looks at me and she goes, Nicholas, why don't you do it?
Oh my god.
I'm like, no, I don't really want to. she says, she says, no, I'll go down to the library. Go try out. Go give it a shot. I'm like, I don't really. And she says, go ahead. I'm, I'm like, I couldn't say no. That just she won't take that for an answer. So I go down and I'm like, all right, whatever. We'll give it a shot. I don't know, we'll do our best, and I'm sure they're not going to pick me. So I go down. We had like tryouts, so they'd have us read a line, and then then they would just tell us like, oh, that was good, or whatever,
Yeah.
and they decide from all of us who they wanted. Somehow I got picked. Somehow I did well enough. I've never acted in my life. I somehow did well enough that they're like, yeah, okay, you'll be playing this part. And I'm like, what?
Wait a second. I've
I
been
didn't want this.
bamboozled.
I've been bamboozled. That's exactly how I felt. So I ended up like every day for the next, I don't know, like 2 weeks or something, I would have to go during language arts to this rehearsal. And I still didn't want to do this. I'm still like over here, like, what am I even?
Why am I here?
I don't know. I'm just like, all right, well, I guess I have to. Oh man, my biggest problem was that I didn't speak loudly.
You
That
didn't
was
speak
the number
out
one.
loudly. Yeah, I also had a problem with. Dude, I would say until I was 18, I had a problem with speaking like above. I used to speak like this all the time. Like I don't even know if that my microphone picked that up. Like I used to speak so low. Like I hated speaking loud and like completely. And my parents would just be like, speak up, like you gotta speak up. You can't go through your whole life speaking low. And I was like, oh yeah, I can. Like I was not having it. And later on, I was just like, yeah, I need to be louder. But
Yeah,
yeah, most of middle school, I spoke so low, and so many people had a hard time understanding me.
know what you mean. I know what you mean.
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
What? No, that was it.
Oh, you just.
Um, that was pretty much the whole story. But yeah, so I acted in the play, and I guess it went all right. Um, that was the end of it. But I did not want to do it.
I wouldn't say I wanted. I I I acted in some play in middle school, or no, it was elementary school. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it was something that I was just super against. I don't remember exactly what. I want to say it was. Was it? I don't remember exactly. I don't want to get it wrong, so I just don't want to say it. But what I did do a lot in elementary school was I used to be in chorus. I used to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I can't do it anymore because my smoking. But yeah, I used to be in chorus and a lot, and I had concerts and all of that. Parents would drive out so far just to take me to concerts.
Yeah, I get you.
And
I was in orchestra. I was never in chorus, although
I
I
was
wish I
also in
would have.
orchestra.
Nice.
I was in
I wish I
orchestra
would have.
or in middle school.
Yeah, we actually went to the same high school.
Yeah,
And you remember, not gonna say any names, but our music teacher
yeah.
for orchestra, he always used to tell me, he was like, "Why don't you join chorus?" I'm like, "I don't wanna." And I look back now, and I'm like, "Oh man, I probably could have had a lot of fun."
Yeah, you especially. I know you. You like sing, kind of. So
Oh, I love singing.
would have had a whale of a time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you would have been successful in chorus.
it's all right. That's all right. I figured out how to sing later on.
Yeah, but like you would have been. I think you would have been farther into it if you had started earlier.
That's true. I have trouble hitting higher ranges.
Yeah.
A lot of trouble. Oh man, so you got another story?
Yeah. Let me just fight this Isaac real.
Sure. I got, I think, one more after that.
All right. So, huh, what story should I share? What is safe to share? Man, okay, so I was a bad kid. Um, and I was like in high school and middle school. I used to skip classes a lot. Um, I would barely do my work. Uh, I was overall just not a star student. Like I was a bad kid, and
He's a bad kid.
I remember I had this art teacher that she she hated me just because she she was always like you're a smart kid but you never apply yourself and you always skip my class and it's art so like it was like to me it was boring because and which is funny because I like now I do so much art stuff but like I was like oh this is boring there's nothing for me to do like I don't know why I'm in an art class and I just I skipped a lot. Like I never cared about it. And I remember one time I was skipping class. I was and I in my middle school it was really hard to skip class because the administrators would constantly walk around.
Oh yeah, middle school? Are you kidding me? I could
Yeah.
never skip a class in middle school.
So what I would do is I would actually go to the ISS room and say my teacher sent me in here for this period. So I would actually go to ISS and sit in the classroom and do nothing for a period, and then and
Oh
then
man,
leave.
that's brilliant.
And they wouldn't question it because they're like, oh yeah, like their teacher
Yeah,
sent them in here.
yeah.
And,
Wow.
like, dude, I got away with that so many times. But my
I
art
would have.
teacher at one time was like she didn't catch on exactly to what I was doing, but she like knew that I was going somewhere. Obviously, I had to be going somewhere. So what she would do is she would check like other my favorite teachers' classes first, and then she would like check other classes. But she wouldn't say what she was up to. Like she would never say she was looking for me. She would just like make up an excuse, I guess, go into the classroom to check if I was there. And
Yeah.
like she never ratted on me, which was great. Never told my parents or anything. But um, she once she decided, you know what? Let me check the ISS room just this. Oh, for our non-American viewers, uh, ISS is a in-school suspension. So whenever you got suspended in a way, but you stayed within the grounds of school.
It's like detention.
Yeah. So she checked the ISS room and she saw me there. But the first time she saw me there, she didn't say anything. Like she didn't even make her presence known. She kind of just peeked in. I wasn't paying attention. I think I was sleeping at the time, and I wasn't paying attention. She saw me. She didn't say anything. And then I think the day after or the the next day after that, whatever the next time I actually went to her class was, um, she like called me up to the front and like to her desk, and she's like, "So if you really want to, I can make it so you can have ISS every day for the rest of the school year." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, I can just put you into ISS every day, and you'll never have to come to my class." And I was like, "Is that a good thing? Like, do I get reported for it or anything? Like, will you tell the principal? Like, are you gonna tell me? Like, pretty much." And she's like, no, like, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to not come to my class, but at least I'll know that you're in a safe place and you're not, like, leaving school campus or anything. And you won't get in trouble. I'll just write you in for ISS every day. And I was like, but one, like, like, I was so, like, ready to, like, think that the office would find out. I was like, won't the office find out? Won't they say something? Yada, yada. And she's like, no, I can find a way around that. And, I was like, I felt like it was a trap, so I was like, no, I won't do that. And I eventually like kept skipping her class after I didn't skip her class for a while after that because I was just afraid that she was gonna tell someone. So because the reason I kept skipping is because she never told anyone, so I thought I could get away with it, you know. And she she seemed genuine, but I was like, no, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Oh shit. So I was like, all right, let me just go to her class and I'll be fine for a little while. And she eventually I was like, all right, let me go back and let me skip this class because I really don't want to go. Um, so I skipped the class. I went to the ISS room, same as normal. Um, just the regular routine. And as soon as I walk into the ISS room, it's like she read my mind. She was just sitting there, and I was like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "Oh, hey, I'm your ISS teacher for the day." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was, and no, one of the reasons I skipped that class wasn't just because of the class; it's just because I didn't really like her that much either. Like I didn't like her teaching style, and I didn't like how like her personality. So I just wouldn't go to class mainly because of that too.
That just sounds pretty funny.
So I couldn't leave, you know. I was already there, and I couldn't say anything about it. So I was just kind of stuck in. I was in a class with her while trying to avoid the class with her.
That's great. Oh
It
man,
it was horrible, dude.
that's funny. You got stuck.
Dude, I got played. I got fucking played.
That's great.
It was
All right.
it was like it was like a big fuck you to me and like her whole thing. And I'm pretty sure she planned that. Like she purposely went and applied for that period to be her. Like she did for her to be the teacher, just so she can get back at me.
I like her.
I hated her, dude. I mean, I don't hate her anymore because that was really crafty, but
It was.
yeah. But I used to hate her. I used to think she hated me, but now I think about it, she would have reported me if she hated me. Like I never got in trouble skipping her class. She never said anything about it.
So what did you do in ISS? Like, you just
I
slept or?
slept most of the time because for that school they didn't really like enforce anything for an ISS class. Like if if you're in ISS, you can sleep, you can like just chill and sit down. You can do your homework, you can do whatever, as long as you weren't on your phone, pretty much. And I've seen some kids get away with being on their phone too, but as long as you weren't on electronics, you can just do whatever. So I would just sleep.
Huh. All right. All right. Well, I got one more story in the bag.
In the bag. Another bag.
One more. This one's pretty good. This one's a little edgier. All right.
Yeah.
Um.
Old Nilsy here being the edgy kid, obviously.
I was the opposite of the edgy
Yeah,
kid,
I
man.
know.
Oh man, I was. You know what? Let me tell this other one first. I skipped one class in middle school.
Ooh, bad kid.
Um, and it was like actually like my favorite class. The reason why I got stuck in the bathroom.
Like actually stuck or
Like,
help me! I'm in the bathroom.
no, I didn't fall into the toilet or anything.
Okay.
But no, I just had some digestive issues and I got stuck for, like, the thing is, I didn't want to miss the whole class period, but I was already late like 10 minutes, and I'm like, what do I do? Like, do I go in 10 minutes late? It was orchestra too.
Um.
So like there's like the whole setup thing, and like I didn't want to come in and have to set up like late.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? That's not worth it. We're just gonna hang out.
So you just stayed in the bathroom?
I hung out for an hour.
Oh my god.
It was the last class of the day.
I mean, I can't say I didn't do that too, but Jesus.
It was gonna be too awkward. I played bass too. So like it was the biggest instrument. I was going to come in late, then haul this big instrument around. And it wasn't worth it.
I used to stay in the bathroom too. I used to, in high school mainly, I would skip my classes and stay in the bathroom just because that was like one of the easier places to stay. So I would just whenever I skip, I would just be in the bathroom. Um, it wasn't that bad, but it gets really boring really fast.
I bet. I bet.
It's just not good. Don't skip school, kids, or class.
Yeah, don't.
They'll skip school too, but I skipped both. Skipping school was really hard, and especially in high school. The first year of high school, like it was extremely difficult. Mainly because like you're always like we had an officer on campus, so you're always afraid of like the cop like finding you or like seeing you and hunting you down because he would chase after you in his golf cart. Like he would if he saw you leaving and he was a little late, he would just hop in the golf cart and just speed on by.
You know what I'm seeing right now?
What?
Paul Blart.
Oh
School
my
Cop.
god. Paul Blart School Cop.
Oh man, that would be a funny movie.
Just catching kids that are skipping
Dude,
class.
that's legitimate. That's a sequel for them. That is a perfect sequel. That is
Folklore school.
an absolutely perfect sequel. Like if we pitched that to them, they would be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but now this podcast is live, so
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I don't really care. Take the idea. Take it.
but
I,
we
I
get
just want.
royalties.
I don't even care. I just want to see the movie.
I get royalties.
I mean, I'll take them if you're handing them out.
I have proof that I said it first.
What? No, I said it first.
This video upload date is the proof that I said it first.
We said it first.
I mean, when I say I mean you.
We.
We.
We is fine. I'll take. Yeah, that's fine. You can have some.
I do the editing on the podcast. I deserve.
You can even edit it so you are the first one who said it.
Oh yeah. Then no one will know.
Unless you have to cut out this entire chunk.
It'll just be silent for 2 minutes. That's fine. Be worth the royalties.
All right, I got one more middle school story.
All right.
The SG one.
All right. Before you tell that story, I just want to remind everyone that we play a Minecraft server, and you're welcome to join us. We're playing a 1.710 modpack server and run the Squid Miners 1.7.10 modpack server. Let's go on an epic adventure to take over the world with over 150 mods such as Thermal Expansion, Botania, Ender IO, Big Reactors, Magical Crops, Applied Energistics 2, and much more. Come join us today. The IP and download will be in the description. So what's your story, Nilso?
All right, so I made this friend in 7th grade, and he was pretty edgy. He was a pretty edgy looking kid. He had the swoopy hair and,
Swoop?
yeah, the swoopy,
Yeah, no, I know. I had the same swoopy hair.
swoopy scene kid hair. And I'm like, all right, I'll be cool. He was new. So I became friends with him, and we actually became pretty good friends. He was a funny guy, and we had a pretty similar sense of humor. But one day he just like stopped showing up for school. And I didn't know what happened. About a week before, I had seen him talk to this other kid in school. Looking back, I never knew his name. But he was talking. Well, I knew his name. I didn't know the guy he was talking to.
The guy's name.
And he's like, "Hey, do you have my iPod?" And he's like, "No, I'll give it to you later," or something like that. It seemed kind of suspicious. Like, it was just kind of it was a weird conversation to listen to.
Okay.
I'm like, I didn't really think anything of it. I just thought it was kind of weird that he was borrowing his iPod or whatever. But yeah, so he disappeared one day. Like, he just stopped coming to school. Just pretty much. What?
Gone off the face of the earth.
Yeah. So one of our teachers, she who had both of us in her class, she pulled me aside one day and was like, "Hey, who is he selling the drugs to?"
What?
I'm like, "What?" I like, what? She's like, "Yeah, who is he selling the pot to?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she thought I was full of shit.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah.
And you naturally look high, so.
Yeah, unfortunately. 'Cause just with my relaxed demeanor.
Yeah.
I have no idea. That's what I'm talking about. I have no clue. I didn't even know. And I was a pretty innocent kid, so I'm like kind of freaking out. And she knows, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So she let me go, and I'm like, man, what? What happened? But I had no idea. Looking back, I think it might have been the kid with the iPod, just because of the way that sounded. Like the conversation just didn't even make sense.
It may not have actually been an iPod. It may have been code for something else.
That's what I'm saying, for sure. Um, I'm glad I didn't rat him out or anything, though.
Yeah.
I also I wasn't even certain about that, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see, I think I might have one more story.
Go ahead, that's fine.
This is a good one. This is a really good one. Um, so back in middle school, there was out of nowhere, it seemed to where there was a sudden, and you know what pantsing is?
Yes.
For those who don't, it's essentially when you pull someone's pants down.
Yeah.
Um,
With malicious intent.
or just funny, I don't know. But regardless, don't do it.
Yeah.
For some reason, this came out of nowhere. This was just a huge trend at my school. Like, huge. Like, it was going on all the time. Particularly in gym because we had these shorts that were just very easy to, you know, they stretched a little bit. It was just very easy. It was too easy. Um, so one day I'm getting a drink of water, and then someone pantses me, and I'm
Oh
like,
no.
oh no! And they got the underwear too.
Oh
Oh
no.
no! It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. They got me. And then like a week later, the principal goes on the announcement things at the end of the day, and he says, "Pantsing is technically sexual harassment. This needs to stop. You need to stop."
You need to stop.
Oh, it was funny. It was funny.
I'm not gonna say any names, but there was a friend of mine who someone else pantsed as we were walking. We were all walking together towards. This is in high school. I think 11th grade or 12th grade, probably 12th grade, and we were all walking towards the back of the school, like not the back, but the where like parents would pick up their kids, like that area, but towards the parking lot. And we're walking towards a friend's car to go to the spot that we usually go to smoke cigarettes. And we were all walking to the car, and someone just came by and pants this dude, and it all came down. And he was talking at the time, and he didn't realize, like, it didn't register in his head that, like, what happened. So he was just, like, kind of still talking. And everything was down. His boxers were down. Like, it was down. Like, it wasn't just down. It was down to the floor. Like, it was all the way down. And he was wearing long, like, skinny jeans. So, like, it was just, like, kind of curled up. And it was just, like, all tangled. It was a mess.
How do you not notice?
Because he was talking. He was caught off guard. So, like, he finished his whole sentence. And then he's like, ah, shit. And then he, like, tried to pull it up. And he couldn't really... he had difficulty pulling it up because they were skinny jeans. So, like, they kept getting caught on something, on his, like, either his shoe or his hand or something. He just couldn't pull it up all the way. And then his boxers were tangled up in that mess, too, so he couldn't pull that up either. So for, like, 5 minutes, he was just bare butt naked, just trying to pull his pants up in front of everyone, dude. Like, there were so many people there, because school had just gotten out. There were people still walking from their classes out towards the parking lot. There, like, and we were in the middle of the parking lot, so, like, everyone can see us.
Oh my gosh.
And he was, like, for 2 days afterwards, he was just talking about, man, everyone saw my shrimp dick. It was the greatest moment of like, that month. Like, that was the best thing that happened that month.
That poor kid.
He didn't even care, dude. He was also the same guy who took a picture of his dick on his phone and then walked to the random people and be like, "Hey man, check this out," and it would just be a picture of his dick.
Oh my gosh! What?
He would just be like, "Hey, look at this," and he would look at it, and it would just be his dick.
That's so weird. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
I still know him to this day. He makes music now. He's a rapper now.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I still know him. He's a cool kid, but, like, during high school he was fucking crazy. Like, it was weird. Look at this. The first time he got me with that, I was like, it was funny, like, oh haha, whatever. But then like the next times after that, it was just like, ah, oh, god damn it! Like I fell for that same thing again.
Oh, that's funny. Oh.
Anyways, guys, I think this is that's all we have time for today. So stay tuned for the next one. The next one we'll be talking about some other funny things that happened to us. Alright, Nils, that's it.
Alright, boys, I'll see ya in the next one.
See you all next time.